Devin Haney says he gonna beat the cap out of Gary Russell Jr. It's heating up. I think it's safe to say that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. If you're new, consider subscribing. I drop daily content, go live. We have some fun over here, you know? Now, undefeated WBC lightweight champion Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr. It's been heating up. I dropped videos about it. I've been keeping up with it. Gary Russell dropped a video. I went live, talked about it. And we're going to look at the latest, without further ado, from Devin Haney on his verified account. And obviously he's in tune. You'll see there's a lot of videos out within the LDBC, Fanon, Blue Blood. There's a lot of videos that they were doing where they had Batman, who represents, I guess, is Gary Russell's brother, and also Bill Haney, the dad, trainer, manager, I guess you could say, of his son Devin Haney. And it was getting heated back and forth, people trying to see this fight through. Devin Haney said, "I'm gonna beat all the cap out of Gary Russell Jr. Watch." And for those, I actually said cap in a video, one of my videos, and somebody said that they didn't know what cap meant. Cap means a lie, a fib. You know, you fronting, you faking, you pump faking. You know, those are different words for it. I had somebody ask me that, so I wanted to, you know, be clear. He says, "And when I beat the dog ish out of him, Gary Russell Jr., watch him make every excuse in the book like he did with Lomachenko." Shout out to my man Raheem in the comment section. He said, "LSI, let's see it." In true new media fashion, let's see it. Listen, I like Devin Haney. I like Gary Russell Jr. And I love boxing. If they can make this fight, make the fight. Devin can scrap. Look at the speed, bro. Okay. Devin can scrap, and Gary Russell, he can scrap too. He'd be taking a risk, moving up almost 10 pounds, 9 pounds or whatever. It's a great fight. It's a great fight. However, before people get too excited, like I said in my live stream, I wouldn't hold my breath for this fight. You know, I think the powers that be have to have their say and buy in, and this has to be the direction. People could say whatever publicly, but the Geppettos and the people pulling the strings, they got to be willing to front the cash. Now, again, if I'm wrong, then so be it. But I don't see this fight being next. I don't. And I'm not saying this is what I'm wishing for. It's a great fight. Again, two skilled guys. Gary Russell, he received a lot of promise and, you know, a lot of looks when he first came out. Devin, he's in that same position. You know, he's in that same position now. You see him training with Floyd Mayweather. So I don't want to say call Gary Russell old. He's like young 30, but in the young man sport like boxing, Devin Haney is the new kid on the block, and Devin Haney is the one that he's a champion, but he's looking to prove with the older dog, somebody older than him, who's been there, who's fought a current champion before he was a champion, Joseph Jojo Diaz. He stopped the champion, Johnny Gonzalez. He beat the Escondones. He fought an Olympian, Nyambiar, King Tug. So it's just a great fight. But again, I'm not holding my breath for this because where is this 1.5 million coming from? Who's fronting that? And DAZN has showed me a lack of diversity when it comes to promoting black fighters. Again, I asked this on the live stream. I'll say it again. Name a main event, high profile fight on DAZN where you had two black fighters. Name one. So Danny Jacobs versus this person. And the reason that's important is because to me, they haven't showed that type of diversity. So we don't know if they're interested. That doesn't seem like this is their immediate priority. They haven't given Demetrius Andre really any high profile fights, you know, and Devin Haney hasn't got the fights that he wanted, things like that. So I don't know if this is their priority, the way they seem more preoccupied with making fights like Canelo versus Triple G3. So we'll have to see how it plays out. It's a great fight. Devin's confident. Gary Russell's confident. I just don't know that it'll happen. You know, with all things considered, Devin, you know, he's saying he'll beat the ish down his leg, but I do see some loopholes in making the fight. If they can cross over those bridges and sew this up, then that's great for boxing. But I've seen a lot of stuff, including DAZN has had, because every conversation I've really seen or heard, like the live streams and stuff, they're talking about the fight being on DAZN. There's no conversation. He's the champion anyway. You see the belt right there. So there's no real conversations about this happening on the Premier Boxing Champions PBC side or Showtime or Fox or anything like that. So I would assume this is DAZN. And then you look at DAZN. DAZN has already offered pay cuts to their biggest guy, Canelo Alvarez. Also, it's rumored that Gennady Golovkin, they want him to take a pay cut. They want Canelo to take a 30 to 50% of what he's supposed to be guaranteed, and they want him to take that cut to make Caleb Smith fights or this and that. Fights where Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, he says, I'm not fighting Estrada in a rematch unless I get over $1 million. And then now they're talking about they're not going to fight each other next. They might fight on the same card, but not against each other. So that, coupled with Amanda Serrano, her fight with Katie Taylor fell apart, this, that, and the third. Where's this 1.5 million coming to make Devin Haney versus an outsider, ops to the operation there at DAZN in a pandemic of 1.5? Again, if they could sew these things up, it's a good fight, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it. If it happens, then, you know, I'll be one of the first to report it like usual, and let me know, and I'll give you more of my thoughts. But right now it's just some kind of trash talk and fan interest, which is, you know, that's a cool start, but somebody got to come up with the actual paperwork and the funding and like stuff like that, you know, the business. So that's the latest from Devin Haney. I like the energy. I think it's a necessary fight because Devin Haney smash the like button. I mean, just look at it. He's been in boxing for a minute, and since a kid, obviously, you see in this picture, the fight with Gamboa didn't receive the same type of praise, you know, from what I've seen. You know, him coming off of the Achilles injury with Tank and getting stopped with Tank. Gary Russell, it's looking like a much more viable option. So if DAZN knew what was best for them, they would try to make this fight. You know, they honestly would, because the reception that I've seen, at least for Gary Russell versus the kid you see on the screen, Devin Haney, has been sensational. Gamboa, you know, and the funny thing is with me, Devin Haney and Gamboa, I don't think it's a horrible fight. You know, I just think the timing is not the great, and a lot of people gave slack to Tank for fighting Gamboa. So, you know, it's just kind of there. But Gary Russell, that's a formidable opponent for anyone in those little, you know, around that weight, around that weight class. So we'll see what transpires. Devin Haney, the usual, he's confident, and he said he's gonna beat the cap. He wearing his ball cap. He said he's gonna beat the cap out of Gary Russell for his mouth. He said he's too mouthy. Let me know who would win the fight. Do you think it would happen? Either way, stay tuned to my channel for the updates. Click that link in the description, become a YouTube channel member, or join the Patreon family, join the conversation. We just getting it cracking. ESPN Plus, use that link. It does help the channel continue to grow, pump out more and more content, get bigger, badder, deafer, better, all that good stuff. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more sports. Get unlimited access to premium content with an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus offers a variety of content, including specials, behind the scenes, docuseries like Bruce Lee's Be Water, and much more. With an ESPN Plus subscription, you get access to a ton of classic archive fights and replays from boxing and the UFC. Big names like, "Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Come and watch my fight." Floyd Mayweather, "Easy work. I'm rich." And Manny Pacquiao, "Yes, it's up to my promoter." Just to name a few. If that's not enough, You could get the ESPN bundle, which includes ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus. All 3 apps, one low price. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you guys click that link in the description box of all of my videos. Ego, signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.